Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. I'm the Gerbil, and I want to talk about this video right here from Arnold, the king of Triple B Gaming, his Emperor, Grand Emperor, Admiral himself. Absolute respect for Arnold. Love his channel, regular watcher, subscriber. I hope you're watching too. At the same time, I want to call this one out a little bit. So the video he presented, it says, looks bad, early access Jedi Master Mace window gameplay. The thing about it is he's concerned, rightly so, based on the video he was provided. Now, he shows a whole bunch of battles. Let's go ahead and check it out. These battles are not his own gameplay. He's only showing what's been shared with him. And he points out that this is early, you know, he's not testing it himself. Grand Arena will tell us a lot more, blah, blah, blah. He is absolutely right. What concerns me though, and I just want to contribute to this conversation, is that this Mace, Jocasta, Temple Guard is a crap comp. The thing is, this comp is absolutely not gonna do well in 3v3, and I think that if you look into the kits closely, you'll understand why. And I want to explain right now, this is not the composition you want for either offense or defense in Grand Arena GAC 3v3. You do not want this comp. You do not want Jocasta with Mace and Temple Guard. I've been doing an absolute deep dive into the kits, and I am 4 of the 5 characters in, and I did not talk yet about Jocasta because fundamentally she does not provide much to the squad other than having a big gun. So if we just go over and we look at like Mace, here we go, I'm going to put them in the right order. So we got Mace, we got Depa, and we got Temple Guard. This is the trio you want in 3v3 Grand Arena. You do not want Jocasta. Okay, if we go over, well, let's just start off by looking at Jocasta's kit. Okay, while yes, she's an attacker, and she is a Jedi Vanguard. I don't know why it doesn't say, oh, I guess, yeah, whatever. She doesn't do anything for the team. If you read her kit, I mean, like, let's just do I'm not going to read these kits. What I'm going to do is I'm going to search for the word Mace. And look, he does not appear at all in the kit. In fact, if we search for allies, what we come up with is this ability can only be used if all allies are Jedi Vanguard. Oh wow, big contribution. Then we scroll on down a little bit and we get another. Jocasta gets 25% max protection if all allies are Vanguard. Whoop-de-doo. I mean, yeah, she does damage based on protection, but that's not exactly a huge shout out. And as we scroll through, everything else basically is about her. Her. I mean, like, she is sincerely self-centered. Her kit, having come out as the Conquest character before the Vanguard hit the table, look, folks, this character was released months before the rest of the Vanguard got their update and the new characters. And that meant CG didn't want to, like, showcase or spoil, you know, what's coming and prevent people from wailing. So because of that, Jocasta Nu is just a boring vanilla attacker, honestly, in the squad. So if that's the case, then why Depa? Well, okay. In the videos that Arnold showed, we got Jocasta. Nix that. What did we lose? What is the opportunity cost by not putting Depa in there and putting this one in there? What did we lose? Well, first off, if we scroll through Mace's long kit and we look at his unique ability at the very top, it says at the start of battle they gain foresight, Mace ignores taunt, and if Depa's an ally, he gains 30% health and 15 speed. So right off the bat, Mace lost 15 speed in all those battles and 30% health, which is going to keep him alive. 30% health is the equivalent of having all 6 of your mods being health primaries or health mods, right? That is literally 3 health mod sets just lost right there from the start. Now, what else? If we do a search in his kit for Depa, you're going to find that she's mentioned 4 times. This is on, this is a special, this is his second special right here. It says, if target enemy had a stack of investigation, which by the way, Depa's going to contribute. Depa's going to help the enemies gain stacks of investigation, whereas Jocasta does not. So if they had a stack of investigation, Depa's going to assist. When she attacks out a turn, she's going to deal 25% more damage stacking until her next turn. And when she attacks out a turn, she's going to inflict vulnerable on the enemy. So she's going to swing in to assist, dealing 25% more damage as an attacker, plus landing vulnerable. All right, now we keep going though. What else is Depa doing? If the target enemy was revealed, which they become revealed by getting 5 stacks of investigation, which Mace is gonna contribute to, and so is Depa. Depa and Mace together are gonna stack the stacks of investigation, leading the enemy to become revealed. So if they're revealed, Depa's gonna attack again, twice, 2 attacks. Now, the first time she's gonna land vulnerable. The second time she's gonna attack, she's gonna trigger vulnerable, and guess what? Land vulnerable a second time. And the first hit swing with 25% more offense. The second hit is gonna swing with 50% more offense or more damage, right? You see how that's already synergizing pretty big, but oh wait, we are far from done, my friends. Yep, we already looked at that. Oh, right there it is. At the start of battle, Vanguard allies, this is Mace's leadership. At the start of battle, Vanguard allies gain 20% critical chance, damage, and offense, and 10 speed. But if there's an active Depa, which in those videos, right here, there's no active Depa, the values are doubled. So the opportunity cost, again, is that Mace lost 20% critical damage, critical chance, 20% offense, and an additional 10 speed. So in these videos right here, Mace is 25 speed slower than he should be, 30% less health than he should be, 20% less critical damage, 20% less critical chance, 20% less offense. Whoa. Plus, when he calls Jocasta to assist, she's going to attack. Deal special damage to target enemy if they had, which they're likely not to have, but if they had, she's going to maybe do some debuffing of critical damage or defense down or tenacity down, which is nice, but not game changing. Whereas a double tap with double vulnerabilities with 50% more damage plus Mace's 40% more offense, critical damage, and critical chance on Depa, that makes a big difference. That's going to be a huge one. Now, if we look at Depa's kit, what is Depa contributing in addition to those bonuses? Well, first off, when Mace attacks with his basic, this is something you gotta know. When Mace attacks with his basic, right here, he's gonna inflict Shatterpoint, and it cannot be resisted until the end of the counter, can't be copied, dispelled, resisted. So they got Shatterpoint until the end of the match. And if they had Shatterpoint already, reduce the cooldowns of all Vanguard. Now this is where Depa is going to rock. Why? Because if we come over here, check out Depa, her first special, cooldown of 3, call Mace to assist twice. Think about that, folks. Mace is gonna swing at him, apply Shatterpoint. If they have Shatterpoint, sorry, if they had a stack of Shatterpoint, reduce the cooldowns. But because he's swinging twice, he's going to use his basic again, triggering the cooldown reduction. Now, if Mace happened to go first and you open the battle targeting somebody with Shatterpoint, then Depa does this, inflict healing immunity, potency, which I guarantee you folks, you need a modder for potency. You're going to inflict that healing immunity. Mace is going to swing in and hit him twice, reducing the cooldowns 2 times. So you're getting 3 attacks from 3 attackers, applying healing immunity and Shatterpoint. Oh, and it's going to do 50% more damage. Yeah, that's pretty solid. Okay, but there's more. Because if we search Depa's kit for just the word Mace, you'll see he appears 7 times. If Jedi Master Mace is the ally leader, dispel all buffs on enemies. If this is good because she's going to start the battle first, actually. She's going to go with 30% preloaded turn meter. So she's going to go first. So if there's an enemy pre-taunt, she's going to dispel that, right? And she's going, if enemies have investigation, they're going to gain another stack of investigation. So do that when you want, right? You need those stacks of investigation to get them to be revealed, which can't be copied, whatever. Okay, fine, good. What else is she going to do? Right here it is. Depa and Mace gain Foresight at the start. When that Foresight expires, Depa's going to get 100% turn meter, so she's going to be really fast. When the Foresight on Mace expires, he's going to gain protection up for 50%, making him incredibly durable. Because this cooldown of 4, no sweat. It's not that big a deal because Mace is going to be reducing those cooldowns every time he attacks out of turn, every time he applies a basic, as long as you're hitting somebody with Shatterpoint, which, since his Shatterpoint cannot be resisted and lasts until the end of the battle, right? Right here, end of the encounter, then he should be dropping cooldowns all the time. What does Jocasta do? She shoots a gun. That's it. So I'm not criticizing Arnold. I am not. I'm just saying that saying it looks bad when you're looking at, like, this is like akin to having a Jedi Master Kenobi team without Cat, or Jabba the Hutt without Leia, Bosch Leia, right? We're just jumping the gun a little bit there, because the team that Arnold is presenting, absolutely, I agree, this looks pretty bad. But it looks bad for a reason, because it's a crap team. There's no synergies there. Now, I want you to keep in mind that Mace window cooldown, and in particular, Depa calling Mace to attack twice. That is effectively lowering your ally cooldowns by 2. Now, if we go over to Temple Guard, his AoE right here. Fear leads to anger. Deal physical damage to all enemies and ability block them. I've been screaming you want potency on this team. You want potency for the healing immunity right here. You want potency for the ability block AoE right here. It's cooldown of 3, which means that when Depa calls in here to attack a target with Shatterpoint and Mace double taps, this cooldown gets reset. So a fast Temple Guard, not a super beefy, but a fast Temple Guard, is going to be able to spam this a lot. Like, he's going to just be constantly ability block, ability block, ability block, ability block, right? And at the same time, healing. For each ability blocked, Vanguard are going to recover 10% health and 10% protection. So if you've hit all 3 enemies, that's 30% health and 30% protection, immediately ability blocked. And keep in mind, Mace got that extra 30% health because of Depa being on the battlefield, purely right there. So more health and more survivability with more cooldowns triggered by Depa's calls to assist. I want to go ahead and share while I got you here. I want to share, and you're going to like this. You're going to really like this. So if we jump over to SWGOH, so I just went last 3-0 last week in 3v3 GVC, and I just want to show Qui-Gon Jinn Temple Guard with General Skywalker. This was really cool. Now, I actually probably meant to put Anakin Skywalker in there, so I'm not entirely sure what happened there. Attempt number 1, it beat Tarful Wookiees, cool. Attempt number 2, it beat Savage Nihilist. Attempt number 3, it beat Iden. Attempt number 4, it beat Emperor Palpatine with Mara Jade and no Starkiller. Number 5, we dropped Padme. Number 6, we beat Mon Mothma. Number 7, we beat Fifth Brother Inquisitors. Number 8, we beat Vader with Thrawn, and then Royal Guard. Number 9, we beat, whatever that was. Number 10, we dropped Commander Luke Skywalker with Chewbacca and Chewbacca. Number 11, we took down Infus Nest. Number 12, bye-bye Geos. Number 13, yeah, we're getting desperate. And 14, yeah. Oh, look at that. A Relic 8 Batcher, Relic 8 Hunter, Relic 8 Wrecker. Yeah, so that was 14 holds. Do not underestimate Qui-Gon Jinn with Temple Guard and possibly General Skywalker. I hope to have instilled a little bit of wisdom here. If you're going into GAC this week, please, your squad, if you've got Jedi Master Mace, is Temple Guard and Depa. Temple Guard and Depa. Temple Guard and Depa. I mean, you can go ahead and try like Qui-Gon Jinn, Jocasta, Temple Guard. That would probably work out pretty well because, I mean, there's a lot happening there, sure, right? But anyway, Jocasta, folks, she just doesn't bring much to the table. Anyway, I feel like I'm rambling, so I'm going to let you go, but thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.